The life of a CEO. Last weekend, I had the best time of my life. I really enjoyed it. I was visualizing the future, having a great time, reading some books, spending time with myself, going out, having a shisha, having a drink with friends. And yesterday, Monday, also I started working with my team and it was wonderful. Today was one of the most overwhelming days of my life. So many problems, and suddenly everything that I was doing looked so important, and everything that was coming to my lines from my team, customers, potential customers, funds, investors, was looking so much important to do. Everything was so important that in the end, I really couldn't decide what is more important than what. So what would be more important? A person that wants to invest $500,000 or a fund that wants to invest $300,000 or the joint venture that we're doing for a big deal in the United States in Bitcoin mining and data centers? My content creation, which I found out when I entered this meeting with the fund, that actually this guy came to me because he saw a video of me 6 months ago saying, don't do Bitcoin mining in Dubai because it's banned, it's illegal to do, etc. Now he see that what is happening here, for example. So the content is also part of my life. I've been doing videos for the last 5 years. I've been doing more than 4,000 damn videos in the last 5 years since 2020 about crypto, and that was big part of my life. And this year I only lowered the amount of the production of the video because I was doing more than one video, usually around 2 videos per day, every single day for 3-4 years. And everything just started becoming so important, and more problems I was solving, just more things were coming up. And also to work with my team with 27 people that we have right now is damn important. They are working for the company, so I also want to make sure that they are actually executing the plans that I have for the company. And especially when you are in this size of the company, between few employees up to 100, 200, 300, 500 employees is the most difficult part of it. So we're not at the 2-3 employees, we're at 27 right now. It's a good number, but still not where, a huge, big company yet. And we are still until now with zero investment as a company. Right now, I'm doing a joint venture with a public company in the United States for a big data center. I can't share anything yet, neither name or numbers or anything. That's a huge deal, but that's not investment directly to my company. And I managed to scale this company from zero, worth of more than $20 million at the moment of shooting this video, from scratch, just by my own personal investment and my own abilities and the profit that the company makes and reinvest back to the company and to expand. And every single day are so many different things that are just important. And sometimes like, what else is more important? Another customer that wants to host with us in US 1,300 miners, another one that wants another few other 1,000 miners, or this joint venture deal that they want to do a press release, and we have to make sure that the press release is okay with all the details, because it's it's sensitive when you're to do about announcement of partnerships, and especially when it has to do with money, or another director that is going to be in the board of directors there. So suddenly every damn thing is just so important, and I cannot leave anything there. And then I was just about an hour ago in a meeting with my vice president and the CEO, discussing about guys, help me to execute these tasks and these things, because more I do, it just more are coming off and more and more. There were things like the business registration in Google was not proper. There was some confusion with 2 different companies and 2 different accounts showing there, or something else with the upcoming event in a few days. And there's just everything is becoming important. And then to coordinate the content team, we had some changes, some new people coming until they find their feet about what they're going to post and where and how and all this stuff, everything is just so important to do. And this is usually the most challenging phase. And it's not really that difficult to maintain, what you have. So I could maintain, for example, the current expansion and the size of the company and have a very conservative growth. But I have huge plans. I have big targets for the company, and I'm pushing for growth. And when you push for growth, there is not such a thing like being the boss and just being the one that's gonna chill. Maybe in some companies when it's hundreds of people or thousands of people and already established executives for years and all this stuff, yes. And I started this business 3 years ago. I started myself doing Bitcoin mining in Dubai. Then I moved to Ethiopia last year. And until this year, we had only 4 employees, and now we have 27. So in this period of time, in 9 months, without any additional investment, just from the profit of the company we invested back into it, we managed to expand to 3 more facilities until the moment, and now we're expanding to another 2 bigger facilities in the United States as well. And it's quite challenging to be able to maintain what you have and the operation to keep on going with different things, with customer support, with investor support, maintain the facilities, the operational, the technical operation, doing research, finding new development technologies to improve the existing one. I organize people working remotely because all my team is working remotely right now. We're not in the same office to see the people. And of course, when you have the people in the same place, it's way easier to control. But that was also not something easy that I could do personally, to be only in one place and to get everybody there. And it happened to find also great talents, great people from different countries. And I just organized it to be all controlled in a distance. Especially when you're pushing for expansion, it is really, really, really very hard. And the hardest part is always, no matter how lazy may look a CEO, except if he is really the one, and that you will see it from the expansion, the stats of the company. You don't need somebody to convince you, to show you if he is or not. You're just going to see in the growth of the company. He has everything on his shoulder. For example, right now, every damn thing in the company is on my shoulder. So no matter what an employee does, if he does right or wrong, if he does a mistake, I could probably correct him. And of course, I would correct him, I will handle him or any other member of the team. But in the end of the day, I am responsible for the salaries. I'm responsible for the customers, for the investors, for the legal part of it. Everything is in my shoulders here every single day. At this responsibility, it's a huge pressure, that I live every single day. And sometimes when it's just like, doing task and doing task and doing task, and when you don't see a big goal immediately, it may look sometimes, overwhelming or tired, etc. But if you really do progress and have the target to just execute and, to at least have even these small wins, but to have these wins and to keep making progress every single day on these ones, this one also will lead then to bigger targets and bigger expansion. Because now, for example, we are really expanding very, very big numbers with the Bitcoin mining and with the data centers, especially in the United States. But that one comes from all the preparation and all the hard work that we did, especially this year. Also, what I did since 3.5 years ago, all my research and the establishment and the mining that I started from Dubai, and then expansion to 2 more facilities in Ethiopia. And all of that is like the compound effort. I continue to do that more and again and again and again and again, and now it's just exploding from the expansion. And I'm telling you, today, I honestly couldn't decide what is more important: to do more content for my channel, which is like, it's my passion, it's what gets me connected to the people, also brought some customers, some investors to the company through my channels as well. And in the same time, having funds, having the joint venture for a huge deal in the United States, having the legal things to do, some legal stuff to handle, having some technical issues to correct, making sure that the executives with the rest of the team, the 27 people in the company, that they actually do what they're supposed to do, the plans to execute. And this is the trick sometimes for any CEO. And especially if you are founder and CEO, is actually 2 hats. It's not 1 hat that some people may think. Because as a founder, you have to make goals, you have to research, you have to find the ideas that needs to be executed. And then as a CEO, as a chief executive officer, you need then to work with your executives to execute these ones and to make sure that what you dreamed of, or somebody else, if you are working for other shareholders, for example, that these ones will be actually executed. Usually a CEO has more skills and more able to execute things. So like if I had 10 tasks, I would just handle them and execute them no matter what is the problem. I know always how to pull things over and to just get things done. But when you have to do with a team, it's not the same thing. And sometimes you give it and then just get lost the thing. And in the last 3 months, there are like still some things that I've been asking for weeks and months, and they are not done to this day. And that's something that makes crazy an CEO, an executive, because you just want get that damn thing done. Give me the report that is done, what I actually ask it, do that report, do that posting, do that registration here, or whatever is the task there, to be done. And that's the challenge. Or maybe you train somebody to do it and suddenly he leaves and then you have to find a new one, or you train it but actually he cannot do that job, so then you have to find another person and establish the training and establishment until the people find the fit in the company. Sometimes they need technical training, sometimes to see the policies of the company, to get familiar to work with the rest of the team. It takes some time. It doesn't happen from one day to another. And all this development for me and for my company, for Bitcoin mining, is in this year, all this explosive development and expansion. So all of that is really very challenging, and every day I'm the one who goes later in the bed. So more specifically, I had a great weekend, Saturday and Sunday, as I told you, and Sunday night I went to the bed 3:30. Also have a wife, I need also to spend some time with my wife. Also have this creation in the same time. Sometimes we're in the same space, sometimes we do video calls, how is life, especially if you are traveling and if you are in the tech industry. And then from 1 o'clock to 3:30, I was literally doing the plans for the week. And the next day in the morning, at 9:30, I had a meeting with my executives to share the plans and to start working on the plans to make these plans possible. So I'm also the one who goes late, and I don't have, for example, a schedule. Of course, it's also my company. I'm the major shareholder, and okay, also I'm having the benefits. I'm not complaining about it all, but I'm saying that this is really the life of a CEO, and especially when you are in this stage until you have an exponential growth and just like, in the big numbers when you can hire or fire anytime any person or many people or very, very top executives that you can pay, for example, $20, $30, $50,000 per month. I don't know what in the future. But until you get these numbers, and especially if you don't have an initial investment in the beginning, which we could have it, but I choose my path. I could go into details onto that, but maybe this is for another video. I don't want to expand more on that. I wanted just more to do this as a video and as the life of a CEO, because sometimes to some people may look, like the boss. And I was having this conversation with the vice president of our company, Pascalis, and with the CEO. He told me like, well, do a video because probably the people actually, your audience will like it to really see what the CEO is like and how is the life, how is working. And also all these tasks and all this work may look overwhelming. And until I was kind of really angry and pissed off on so many shit. I'm like, more I do, more just are coming to do. And everything, it just looks important. It's nothing that is not important. I'm trying to okay, this much number is now what is more important? What is more or ethical part of it or legal part, which you cannot leave it without execute it, but just everything becoming important. In the end of the day, when I went through all of this, I'm like, it's actually a blessing to have all of these problems. It's a blessing because also another thing is that some other people, unfortunately, cannot even have these problems. What I mean is that these problems are by choice. It's kind of created by me. I put the arrow there that I'm going for this. I want to make this possible, And of course, to make money or to build a business means that you're going to solve the problem. And bigger problem you solve, more money you make, more things you achieve. And it's not just about money, but it's the achievement and the accomplishment itself. And that's what brings also the self-confidence to the person, the security for the future. That's what also makes you grow as a spiritual being that you are, even if you don't believe it. And that's something that gives you satisfaction, I see so many times is that when I achieve, I accomplish something, then right after that it becomes really very boring if I don't quickly put another big target and start looking for it. And the most enjoying part, even if it's tough, what you remember is all the journey, how you went through something, I feel blessed to really have great targets to look forward, something that improves the people's life, my team's life, the people that have a job to work with me, improve their financial conditions, investors that can make more money with mining, the people who invest with us, and learn more about this technology, getting more involved in the Bitcoin mining, and also getting ready for the next phase of it, which is in the expansion of the AI data centers in the same time. So it's an exciting game, and I still believe it's very blessing to be in this game and playing this one than not to have and to be somewhere in the beach or something. And I know that if you will be like, no, I will not leave the beach and the party and the drinks to be super busy with problems. But believe me, people who have really creativity and energy and power inside of them, they cannot be chilling just at the beach with some drinks. I love also drinks. I'm not an alcoholic person, but I mean, I also love to have a drink or to have my shisha or my cigar with my friends, etc. And I do that every week. Actually, I do at least once per week. But if I had to choose, I cannot be the person that just rests, and just to enjoy life. The joy of life for me is through the creation and accomplishment, solving problems, improving my life and other people's life as well, as much as I can. I cannot solve the problems of the entire planet, but I can help some people probably have some good salaries and live a better life, or at least have what they want to have, and also other people to learn a few more things and to have more profit so they can take more care of their family or do more things in their life. So at least when I know that I'm in a positive direction and something that is for greater good, it makes me feel satisfaction inside of me. So yeah, guys, that's all for the first episode. It comes, very natural. It's just really raw out of my mind. I don't have any script for this. I'm just sharing this to you straight from experience, and I just wanted to share with you how is the life of a CEO and especially of Giannis Andreou. That's all for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Smash that like button, subscribe to this channel because I'm gonna do more videos like this in the future. That's all for now. Bye.